Is because if you're going to practice every day and it's a back and forth day, or maybe the offense got us one day and we come back the next day, everybody gets to leave with a chip on their shoulder to come back and be better the next day. So, like I said, that's just gonna make us better. We're gonna become a better football team from doing that, and it's exciting to see.
Anything surprise you about Mateer in that situation? Just how competitive he is? Maybe, I don't know how much trash he talks or anything like that, but is there a lot more back and forth with him, the quarterback?
A little bit more back and forth, but it doesn't surprise me at all. When guys are eager to compete and eager to lead, everybody wants to follow them. It's just he's a natural guy. He truly, truly, truly wants to lead his guys, and he wants to compete, and he wants to win. That's most important. Wanting to win. When you want to win, you hate losing. That's just how it comes. So it's really exciting to see on that side of the ball.
What's it been like for the offseason for the linebacker room? I mean, what did you guys kind of try and do to come together? How losing Danny, I mean, big piece of your voice. How have you guys kind of tried to take that on as your own?
Yeah, every day just trying to get better. Upholding the standard of being the linebackers. It doesn't matter who's in the room, who came, who left. The standard is the standard, and to be a great here, you got to live by that standard. Danny carried that, and it's up to the rest of us to carry it.
What's that been like with Coach Dryland kind of taking over too? What's been his role in that?
Yeah, Coach Dryland's a really amazing coach. I love to get coached by him. I love his approach to things. He obviously has a different approach than Coach V. Very vocal, but not in a very aggressive way. Coach V is who he is, and it's different than Coach Dryland. So, he's brought a different approach to things. Has a lot of different drills. So yeah, it's been really good.
What kind of leadership do you feel like you've taken on since Danny and a couple of guys have left?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that my leadership role changed because I've always been a vocal guy. I've always expressed the way that I felt, no matter who was in the room or who was in the building. So I would say that, I just try to bring guys along with me, allow them to also be vocal and speak their opinions. That's most important when you get other guys like Billy and Danny and Ethan to leave. They were automatically vocal, and that's just who they were. And you got a lot of guys who aren't just vocal. So for me, it's been the same, man. Just trying to be better and learn how to lead in different ways. But I've always been a vocal guy.
How about just you yourself, just your expectations going into this season? I mean, I know in the spring it looks like you've leaned up a little bit. I mean, through the summer, your focus kind of what do you want to show people this year kind of as a centerpiece of the linebacking core?
Yeah, that I am who I am. That's been big for me. I don't really care about the outside noise. I've had some things that didn't necessarily go my way, whether that was freshman year, with injuries or, just barely getting myself into a role the last year. Just being who I am and expanding my game and being elite.
What kind of leap, is Sammy, you think, capable of making? I think he's got everyone pretty fired up around here.
Yeah. Sammy can make a ginormous leap, man. He really, really can. Really athletic, smart. And the most important thing for Sammy is just going and taking it. I told Sammy, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, if you want my job, go and take it. I truly believe that because either way, it'll make both of us better. And the best men will win. However you see that. But that's it on Sammy.
What about some of the young guys in there, like Nesta going to year 2 and Marcus? What have been kind of the impressions of those guys as they come along?
Yeah, Marcus James really wants to learn. He's eager to learn. He wants to know everything that he can before it even happens. So that's what's impressed me the most about Marcus James. And James Nesta, same way. I mean, he asked me probably the most questions out of anybody in that room. Constant questions. I mean, every time I come off the field or he comes off the field, he wants to know a question or like, what did I do wrong here? So that's really exciting to see because we got a lot of guys in that room who are eager to get on the field.
Is this the most competition, not just linebacker, defensively, that you guys have had since you've been here?
I wouldn't just say necessarily competition, but depth, man. Yeah, I would say so. With guys that are just able to help younger guys learn the system and know the system, they're able to use their skills faster. So, yeah, I would say so. There's a lot of guys who can play on this defense.
Come there, we're going to bring it, and we're just excited to showcase what we got.
Obviously, a crowd doesn't make as much noise when you're playing because obviously they want to be quiet for the offense. But just what does that atmosphere, challenge-wise, what does it provide?
Well, I mean, it's fuel. It's fuel, especially third down, crowd going. It's just, yeah, it's good. It's fuel. It gets us going, kind of keeps us on our toes, so it's good.
Good atmosphere. Big family. Did any of the other siblings play sports growing up?
Yeah, I had a brother right now that's playing in Maryville, back in Knoxville. I had a brother that played Harding, little D2 in Searcy, Arkansas. And then all growing up, played multiple sports. I played football, hockey, basketball, ran a little bit of track, so.
Hockey?
Big sports in family.
Oh, so sorry. Hockey? You played some hockey growing up?
Oh, love hockey. That was probably one of my first loves. But yeah, I was a big hockey guy growing up. Yes, sir.
Well, you mentioned just the growth process and not getting too high, too low. How helpful has Coach Chavis been just through that process?
Amazing. He does a really good job of keeping us level-headed and coaching us where we need and bringing us along, because he has so much wisdom and so much encouragement and leadership and power. Like, he's a really good mentor, and so kind of just keeping us on track and not letting us get off track in certain things, mentally, physically. So he does a really good job.
You said you had one sister and the rest are all brothers?
That's right.
Does the sister keep the rest of you guys
in line? She keeps us in
line?
check. That's right.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's right.
The past couple of years, you had Ethan leading the defensive end group. Now it's our Mason. What's kind of been his leadership style like?
Oh, his play speaks for itself. He's a dude. He's vocal. He calls people up. He doesn't call people out. He calls people up. He's just working with him. He brings guys up and kind of helps us and motivates us to do better and work harder. So he's huge impact as far as a leader.
About a younger guy in that room, ask you about Danny Okoye, just from last year to now. Where have you seen him grow the most?
Physically, he's a specimen. He's a beast. Physically, even his knowledge for the game has tremendously grown. Danny's each day maturing and getting better and getting more comfortable with what we do here, and so he's on track. He's doing really good.
What drew you here in the first place as a recruit?
Coaches, environment, relationships. Like I said, I'm really relationship based, and so coming here to me it was an easy decision. I knew that I wanted to be a Sooner, and I came here and I haven't looked back since. I love where I'm at, and I'm ready to get to work.
Do you have any family who's still here, or are they all kind of in Tennessee?
They're all spread around,
okay.
But majority Tennessee, but none in Oklahoma right now.
Gotcha.
But my family's here every game, so it's pretty much they're here all fall with me.
It sounds like you've been building a lot of momentum this past off season, pretty much. What do you think you've been doing that's been causing just this hype for your name and what you can accomplish this season?
I don't think it's anything that I'm specifically doing. It's more of being consistent, putting my head down, working, not trying to do too much, but also like staying the course, staying on track, and developing each day. There's always something to learn, especially with what we do here, physically, mentally. There's always something to learn. There's always something to sharpen, and so each day just learning how to attack something new and get better each day.
Was there something specifically that you wanted to improve in this offseason, or what were like your goals heading into fall camp?
Yeah, for me, I wanted to hold on to my weight that I've gained this offseason. That was huge for me, being able to be explosive, powerful, move. I feel amazing. My body feels the best it's felt. And so just continuously getting better, sharpening techniques, pass rush, being physical, having good grip strength, especially in the run game as far as knockback and moving people. Coach Dave likes to say technically violent, and so just being technically violent, that's a big thing that I want to implement in my game.
What are some personal expectations for yourself just this season?
Come in here every day and to have a level-headed and attack each day. Also be able to bring up guys in the group that are younger guys and help them, teach them how we do things and help them mature and grow. And then personally just get better, be able to produce and put myself in position to make plays and just get better each day.
What do you like about just this edge group as a whole? You guys have, seems like a lot of depth.
Yep. We're, like you said, we got a lot of depth. We're a really talented group, really explosive group, physical. We got a lot of guys that can play. And so just not getting ahead of ourselves, just staying the course. Day one starts tomorrow, so we're just excited to get things rolling.
How much has R. Mason kind of taken on a leadership role in that room with Ethan obviously leaving it? What have you seen from him as a leader?
He's really vocal. His play speaks for itself. He's a guy that brings people up, and especially when it came to off-season workouts and stuff like that, helping guys just getting their mental right and just kind of bringing them along and showing us how he does what he does, especially younger guys that are coming in. CJ, Shield, Danny, Wyatt Berg, younger guys that are coming in, he's just showing us like how he works and what he brings each day. So it's really motivating.
is about this defensive line. You guys feel that expectation?
Not really the expectation, just coming out to work every day, you know what I'm saying? Football's football, we got to come to work, you know what I'm saying? So when practices come around fall camp, we got to attack every day, and that's what our mindset is, really. We attack every day. We ain't got to worry about nothing. When the games come around, we're going to put in what we work for.
Brent talked a lot about Dominic the other day when he was with us. What have you seen just from growth standpoint, development standpoint, just over this last year? It sounds like he's had an exceptional summer.
Oh, yeah, he had a great summer. Just like I said, coming to work every day, he's done a great job leading the guys, you know what I'm saying, getting right. And I feel like as he just keeps on going, locking in, you know what I'm saying, he's going to have a great year.
How much was your just personal growth last year? It seemed like it was a little bit of a breakout season. Did you get more confidence each week?
Oh, yeah, I got way more confidence game by game. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing that I really needed just to carry on. I feel like I got it now. So just coming to work every day, you know what I'm saying? Taking practice like it's a last practice, going 100%. So I feel like once I do that, everything will take care of itself.
Gracen, we had a chance to hear from Todd, your coach, Todd Bates, a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about how good of a summer you guys have had. Do you see that? Do you believe that?
Oh, yeah, we had the best summer yet. I feel like, that comes with, working together, being a brotherhood, when the challenges happen and the coaches throw something at us, overcoming adversity. And I feel like every time that they threw something at us, we overcame. So, that's going to build us. That built us for sure. And it gave us the confidence. We're ready to go attack.
What kind of jump do you think David is capable of making here going into the second year?
Oh, the best jump yet. He's locked in. He got always little things to work on. But once he gets those locked down, he's going to be incredible.
Brent talked about all the position battles, especially on the D-line.
Mm-hmm.
What's that like, having that much depth where guys can just swap in and out?
It's competition, watching guys in front of you. I feel like me being here for 4 years, I always had guys in front of me. So just having that competition, watching guys do little things and just taking it, putting it in my game. So I feel like it's great to have all those guys in the room, you know what I'm saying, just learning from each other, building up.
Have you seen an intensity switch from last year to maybe this year?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're ready to attack, you know what I'm saying? We're ready to play the game now.
Gracen, it seems like you guys have all had some great weight gains, and Brent's talk about the strength gains that you guys have made. How important is that going to be going into the schedule you're going to be playing?
It's very important, up the middle, that's where the game is won. So, we definitely stacked some pounds, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to be solid.
Everyone's obviously really excited about Mateer and the offense. Across the way, what are your impressions of Coach Arbuckle and just kind of the remade offense?
Oh, yeah, they're great. You know what I'm saying? Knows what he's doing. Mateer, he's ready to attack. He got that dog mentality. I'm excited to watch him do what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's going at it in spring, so just waiting to see what he does during the season. I can't wait.
What are the biggest jumps you've made since you've been at Oklahoma? In terms of where you started, where you are now going into this year?
I'd say football-wise, just knowing run game, pass game, being comfortable, understanding the plays, and now just getting my weight up, getting stronger, getting faster, and then just putting them all together this year in fall camp. That's what I feel like I improved.
What did last year playing in your first year in the Southeastern Conference do for you in terms of knowing where you need to go and where you are now?
It did a lot of things, building I wasn't as confident as I was, I'll say, because it was my first year actually playing. So just building my confidence, that's what it really, helped me out with. Just coming into the game ready, having that mindset where I'm going to attack. And I feel like now I got that confidence, I'm ready to go.
Y'all brought in a lot of new guys on the offensive line. What's it been like coming up against that group?
We haven't quite went up against them yet, but just I seen how they work. You know what I'm saying? After workouts and everything, the guys are dogs, are ready to go.
Impressions of Trent Wilson so far?
Oh yeah, he's a dude. Once you get the things locked in, he's gonna be right for sure.
He's serious around you guys as he is with us. We met him during the spring, scared the shit out of him.
No, he's like that all the time. You'll get a smile out of him here and there, but yeah, he's like that.
What's it like?
Been your biggest growth that you've seen from yourself between this time last year and where you are now?
Honestly, a leadership standpoint. I got here they wanted me to do what I'm doing now back then, in a sense, to where I'm talking a lot more, being a lot more comfortable with the guys, and yeah, just really a leadership standpoint in a sense. So
That being vocal and talking a lot more, is that something that's sort of always been there in you? Or is that something that just
no,
had to
I'm talking about like I just now got comfortable, like speaking up and not being okay with just letting little things slide, because those little things, they leak in and they become huge things later on down the line. Like let's say a clean locker room in a sense. If you keep your locker room clean, that means your guys care about this, like the situation you guys are in. But if it's dirty, then they just don't care about anything. So keeping the locker room clean is a big part that plays in it.
Brent, you said that last year they wanted you to do it when you first came in. What was the holdup for you? Like, did you just feel like you needed to set the standard on the field first before you became a vocal leader?
Yes, sir. Indeed. I feel like guys probably couldn't trust me as much just yet because they didn't know exactly what I could do. So, yeah.
Brent talked about like where you felt like that trust was happening, or is it just a gradual process?
Honestly, I feel like maybe after the Tennessee game, that trust kind of was more there because they saw like, okay, this is a dude. Like, this is not just someone that they just picked up out of the portal, but like they can really rely on me.
Brent talked about all the position battles. How's that been in this deep defensive line room for you?
Honestly, Coach Bates, he's a great guy, but so he loves to have not just two dudes, but he loves to have his whole room being able to play the game. And his biggest goal is to make sure there's not a huge drop off from the starters to the second. And he also doesn't believe in two guys that just the starters. He believes in 4 starters as a defensive guy. So there's only 2 people that can play, but he believes in he's going to have the whole room be able to play by the time we step on the field.
Is that depth intimidating for maybe seeing a bunch of guys that can get minutes for you just as an individual? Do you think that's something to adjust to?
Honestly, it's kind of easy to adjust because now you're not taking all the reps. Like, your body's not going to get as tired, and you can know that you can trust your guy. Like, okay, coach, you can send him in. Like, give me a quick breather, real quick. We just had 13 snaps or something like that. To, yeah, bro, you're gonna go get this job done. I trust in you. I believe in you.
What about specifically David Stone? What kind of growth have you seen out of him? How much different of a player is he now than maybe at the end of spring?
Honestly, I can tell he wants it more. Like, after that whole situation, everything like that, he came in here locked in, ready to go. I'm talking about he's not missing a day, he's not missing a rep, nothing at all. So the fact that I saw that growth from him being here as a freshman and him coming in ready to go, ready to take anybody's job. So, yeah.
Did you feel that was maybe lacking, prior to the situation that took place? And, I mean, is that, to you, do you feel like that was maybe something that lit a fire or anything?
Honestly, yeah, because him, I can tell last year he really wanted it. He really wanted to start. He really wanted to play and everything like that. And seeing that he didn't get exactly what he wanted just then, and knowing that he can come back this year and play and start if he truly wants to, if he wants it that bad, and he shows that coach that he wants it, then, yeah, I really feel like that lit a fire. He's a whole different guy.
You become a vocal leader somewhat?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like, he's not gonna let nothing slide. He gets on my butt sometimes to come on down. Like, don't get tired. Don't show no weakness. And it's like that. Likewise for a whole bunch of people in the defense. To be honest, like, we hold each other accountable, and no show no weakness. No hands on hips when you're tired. No nothing. So. Yeah.
How does already playing a year in this system and in this program going to help you for this next season coming up?
Honestly, it's just I haven't been a part of a program where it's like they're truly preparing you for the league. Like, so the first rule is to graduate. That's Coach B's first rule, and after that, it's nothing but business and love, of course. And the fact that I feel more prepared for the league than I ever have. I love this place.
Coach, you talked about just your transformation. You talked about the leadership side. What else for you has gone into that kind of transformation from last year to this year?
I mean, last year, I want to say at the start of the season, I was around 310 and 305, kept that weight in between there. But now I'm, 320, 325, feeling great, feeling amazing. And a lot of that goes to Coach Smitty, Coach Dobbs, and all the strength and conditioning staff. and the nutrition staff as well. It's just like they really love you here and they want nothing but the best for you.
About it, but yeah, I'm to be careful, and so. But I think if everything keeps going the way it is, I think it'll be exciting. I think you'll have. I mean, regardless of whoever the starting five is when they go out there, I think Coach B's done this. I mean, this is my third year now, and I've always seen it. He's going to rotate guys. There's going to be guys that maybe they aren't starting, but they deserve to play, or they've earned the right to play. And so I think you're going to see different guys play regardless of who's the starting five.
Ben talked about O-line watching more film than any other position group. How much do you think that helps going into this year?
I think it helps a lot. And I mean, we watched a lot last year, but I think, like I was saying earlier, I think it's easier now because we saw what didn't work last year. Okay, this works this year, blah, 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 blah. Like, there was what you just learned from your mistakes. And so now we know, okay, maybe this worked out better. Maybe this, and it was more enjoyable, and guys came in there and they really just bought into it. Like when I would be in there running the meetings, it was still like Coach B was in there. Like everyone was buying in, like this was a real position meeting that we had.
How much is the competition with y'all's defense, and especially that defensive line, going to kind of iron sharpens iron? How much is that going to help in fall camp?
Yeah, it's definitely going to help, but it also sucks too because like you're in the middle of a 2-minute drive, and you're going out there and you're like, all right, I got freaking Dom and G-Baby right there, and you're like, oh, okay. And then you like look over, you're like listening to John get the play, you look back over, and then here comes David Stone and Jaden Jackson. You're like, all right, guys, what are we doing here? Like you're going against 4 guys right there that could be first-round picks. I mean, I don't care what I'm saying. This is the best D-line in the country. I mean, just the amount of depth we have, the way Coach Bates is, Coach Chavis, they come in there, and all of those guys. It's like there's no drop-off from when the 1s, 2s, 3s, all those guys come in there.
On that topic, what kind of growth did you see from Taylor, like in the spring and throughout the summer?
Yeah, Taylor, since he's got here, has just been obsessed with it. His nickname is Mini Chavis. That's what I call him. But I mean, he lives here. He loves to watch film. I mean, he works his tail off. He's gritty. Like you get him, if he ends up falling to the ground, he's gonna do 12 push-ups and chase down the ball somewhere. Like he's one of those guys. He's just hard-nosed, loves the game, and he does it all the right way.
So along the lines of that sort of competitive depth on offense, what have you seen from sort of the younger guys, specifically Michael Fasusi and Ryan Fauci so far?
Yeah, they've been great. Michael Fasusi, like I've said always, he's a freak. That kid is just a freak. And Ryan Fauci, kid's a freak too. Like all those kids. Like when I was a freshman, I came in, I was like 270, 260. These guys are coming in looking like first-round picks already. And Fasusi, I think when he got here, I think they said yesterday he was 279 when he got here, something like that. And he is up to 309 right now. So he's really dialed in. And like I don't lift with Ryan, but I lift with Fasusi, and I'm always kind of on Fasusi a lot. But he's in there lifting with Dom every single day, and he's got 550 on his back, just butt to grass, standing back up for 5+ reps.
So BV mentioned that the biggest statistical gains in the weight room came from the offensive line. So take me through how that happened. How that happened. What you've seen from the unit in the weight room so far.
Yeah, I mean it was just that we did that yesterday, and they were showing it. So they would put everybody up there, and then they would leave the top 3 blank, and the O line was always out. We were always up there every single time. So I think I wrote it all down. I think it was a bench. In 6 months, our bench went up almost 450 pounds total. Squat was up over 600 pounds. And then like our speed this is my favorite. Our speed went up 5.8 miles per hour in the 6 months that we were there. They put our speeds up there sometimes. There was a day we had about 8 or 9 of us that were all 17 miles an hour. A bunch of 300-pounders. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So, but it's been great. I mean, everyone knew what would happen last year, and we had to come in there and work, and we just attacked it every single day. They throw stuff at us, and we just go hit it right in the mouth.
Like simple, but how much different is the headspace of this group coming into fall camp healthy as opposed to it felt like you guys at no point last year across the board had 10 guys that were all healthy frontline guys.
Right now, I think we're all just focusing on what we have to get better on. Just not really worrying about all that stuff, because you start worrying about it, then it's just more stuff to even think about. Right now, it's just do the basics, do what we're being taught to do what the nutritionist telling us to do. We trust the strength staff, trust what all those guys, elite recovery, and then whatever happens, happens. But I think we've all taken that step to where we know what didn't work and what has to work now.
Like getting Michael in here this summer, what's he been like getting him in?
He's been great. He's a little quiet when he first got here, but rightfully so. You got here in June with all those guys, but having Luke Baklinko here when they played together at Stanford was really good for each other. They got really close, but Jake's been great in the meetings. I mean, he's a smart kid, really smart kid, real long. He can help us. He's fast, he's really fast, and but it's awesome to have him in there. And he really, came in there and just put his nose down and started working. And he's been great. He's even worked with some of the younger guys. Like I've seen him and Owen working together. So it's been great. Just having a guy like that is always great.
Since you've been here, you put on about 12 pounds.
We've gone to each other for extra work and found, time that we're both available to go get more work in because we help each other out. Iron sharpens iron.
After the injuries, the inconsistency, everything that plagued the line last year, how confident are you just heading into the first day of fall camp?
Extremely confident. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. We put in all this work throughout the offseason just for the season to start. And so fall camp is just the beginning of that. And we get to go kind of start showing guys that, the effort we put into the offseason is going to show.
How quickly have Derek Simmons, Luke Baklinko, Jake McCullough, how quickly have they gotten adjusted into the system?
Really fast. All of them came in, and it honestly seemed pretty easy for them to understand it. That's props to Coach Arbuckle too, because his concepts are very, direct and kind of, short terminology to where it's very easy to understand. So all the guys came in, they're able to understand it, and they understand the expectations that Coach Biedema has for us too.
A lot of young talent on the line with guys like Susi, Foj. What kind of example have you tried to lead by to those guys who are obviously very high potential players on the line?
Yeah, so during the off season, that's a great time to show your effort and your work. So you want to make sure that those guys are trying to dominate every rep that they have. Competition wise, whether it's a sprint, a lift, anything, you want to be explosive and powerful, and so they all understand that. They've done a great job this off season.
You look at some of the skill players that OU has coming in this year, like Ott, Matir. What kind of connection do you and the other linemen have with them, and how easy has that been for you?
Oh, it's been great. We hang out with them all the time. We have cookouts. We went to Lake Texoma, caught some fish. All kinds of stuff. There's a lot of mesh things that go on in the off season to where you can actually kind of connect with your teammates on a more personal level. And it's been great.
Who caught the most fish at Texoma?
I'd say myself, but then I'd be lying. I believe it was Derek Simmons. I think he got the most. He caught a 70-pound gar, and this thing's a monster.
So he got the biggest fish too.
Biggest fish too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Our boat though, we had the best boat.
Okay.
I think we caught probably 70% of the fish. We had 3 boats, so O-line boat did very well.
Nice segue there, because I actually wanted to ask you about Derek. I know he's coming in as a 6-year senior, a guy that's played a lot of ball. What's impressed you the most about the way that he's attacked the challenge since he showed up?
Yeah, absolutely. He came in ready to work. A lot of older guys, when they transfer, are just kind of looking for a landing spot, and he wasn't like that. He came here ready to work, and he's been improving too in the offseason. So it's been great. He's been doing a very great job.
What were some of the things that you really wanted to work on and focus on and before this camp this season?
My pass pro is where I felt like I needed the most work at. So I went to R. Mason, and R. Mason helped me a bunch. He's best defensive end of college football. So there's really no one else that you got to go to except for him. So I found him. We got extra reps in throughout the summer, and I felt like he helped me improve a lot.
Mm-hmm. Was it just like an iron sharpens iron type of mentality? Pretty much?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
just me and him going back and forth, and every opportunity we have to get some reps in, we got them in. So it's been great.
Feels like one of the biggest stock risers this offseason has been Taylor Wein. As a guy that lines up opposite, how much have you seen his game evolve throughout the course of this spring and summer?
Yeah, he's grown up a bunch this offseason. He's put on a lot of weight. He's faster than he's ever been, stronger than he's ever been. Usually those things don't necessarily go hand in hand. Usually you get heavier, you get a little slower, but he didn't. And then I also see a lot of leadership coming through him. I feel like he stepped up in his leadership aspects and that defensive line room too.
Apologies if you've been asked this already, but bouncing from left tackle, left guard last season, I imagine that wasn't the easiest thing week to week to handle. Is it kind of refreshing going into the 2025 season, your senior year, to know that you'll be able to kind of lock in on one position?
Absolutely, yeah. It is tough, but you got to do what you got to do. And with injuries and things last year, it's something that you can't complain about. Just go in there and go do it. You do anything for your team. So, but yeah, it's going to be great this year. I'm really looking forward to it.
Is that transitioning there tougher than maybe even you could admit to yourself a year ago?
I would say so. It seems simple that it's, a couple feet difference. That's really all it is. But there's a lot of things that change in that aspect. and it was difficult, but it was something that needed to happen for our team. And so, I think it was a great move.
Did you playing defensive tackle in high school kind of help you with that guard transition, like knowing what they're going to do there?
Yeah, so that 3-point kind of felt a little more natural there because I was a nose guard in high school. So, man, it was good. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed a little defensive sideline too.
I'm sure you've been asked about him a ton already, but Michael, and what kind of development have you seen from him? How much different of a player is he now than he was when he arrived?
Yeah, from now to the spring, he's already made huge jumps. I mean, there's so much about him that's changed, and he's a great person too. He always comes in with a great attitude, ready to work. There's never a time you'll catch him down. But Michael Fasusi is going to be great.
What's